Hi, what I'm going to prepare for you right now are Buddha Bowls. And Buddha Bowls are fantastic, deeply nutritious, simple meals. And the beauty of them is that you can customize them however you wish, whatever you have on hand, whatever your personal preferences are, tastes are. You can add different seeds, nuts, vegetables, roasted or sauteed. Try different grains as a base. There's many ways that you can go with it. And the one that I'm going to prepare for you today, I am going to use quinoa as a base, and roasted sweet potatoes, roasted broccoli, some beet sauerkraut, and a few other ingredients around it, some toasted chickpeas, so that there's lots of texture, lots of color, and you'll see that it's incredibly easy and quick to do at home, and they're just fun. They're deeply nutritious and satisfying, and they're an excellent way to feed a crowd and let everybody just kind of choose and build their own however they wish. And in the end, everybody's happy as the Buddha. So the quinoa that I prefer to use in this, there's many different kinds that you can choose from. This particular one is toasted, and that is just, again, adds one more element, one deeper element to the flavor of the final dish. So I love turmeric. I'm going to make this quinoa with turmeric and curry powder. Curry itself has a fair amount of turmeric in it, but I believe in the power of turmeric, and it's an incredibly strong anti-inflammatory and just all around superfood. So I'm gonna give this a little boost, and we'll do one teaspoon of curry powder, and we'll add an extra teaspoon of turmeric to it. One of the really nice things about quinoa is that it cooks really quickly. It's a little bit faster than rice. Only takes about 15 minutes. Flame going on it. So while this is cooking, we'll prepare all the rest of the ingredients. A little curry powder. 1 teaspoon. And then just a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just give that a little stir so that sometimes the turmeric and curry powder wants to clump a little bit. Just make sure all those little bits are dispersed, and that's it. Once it comes to a boil, turn the heat down to low and let it cook for 15 minutes. The next component for the Buddha Bowl is toasted chickpeas. And I like to toast them until they get a little crispy, and then you get a nice crunch element to the dish. You could also use toasted sesame seed, pepitas, pumpkin seed, even toasted nuts, some almonds, whatever you prefer to give it that crunch. Since most of the components of the dish have some softness to them, like the potato, the quinoa, this adds another deeper layer and a nuttiness and earthiness. So it is an important element to the dish. It's very simple to do. Toasting chickpeas, very easy, just takes a few moments. 1 can of drained organic chickpeas, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, a pinch of salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon. And half a teaspoon of cumin. And a pinch of cayenne for a little bit of warmth. Just roll those around in the oil and the spices to pick everything up off the pan. push them to the edges. They'll toast better if they aren't touching each other. There's some airflow around them. So I want to give them a little bit of room, space them out pretty well, and just throw them into the oven for about 20 minutes. When they come out, we'll add another drizzle of olive oil and just a little bit more seasoning if they need it. So the next part of the Buddha Bowl dish is to just do some roast vegetables. I like to do roasted sweet potatoes. They have, again, great benefits. They're considered a superfood, very deeply nutritious. If you prefer to do roasted carrots, roasted squash, any of those things would work with this dish as well. So we're going to put these into bite-sized pieces, peel them, clean them. One of the little tricks I like to do for doing these at home is to just do them in chunks and just give it a little zigzag so you get some variety in the pieces, rather than everything just being square. This way you have a little more surface area, you have the pointed edges, those will start to caramelize for you and give you a little bit more crispy, tasty bits throughout. This is simply salt and pepper and olive oil. So the sauce for the Buddha Bowl is very simple. It's maple syrup, lemon juice, and tahini with a few seasonings, a few spices added. So our potatoes have softened, they started to get a little color to them. We're going to add our broccoli to this. Broccoli roasts relatively quickly. So this broccoli will just get a little olive oil. Give it another grind of pepper and just salt. Quick toss. Everything is completed now for the Buddha Bowl, so it's simply assembly at this point. So our quinoa is finished. It smells amazing.